With only 24 days until the release of Fallout 4, I want to put together a list of 5 things you probably didn't know about, with the goal being that by the end of this video, you will have found at least 1 or 2 things you previously didn't know about Fallout 4. So let's begin at number 5 with the revamped melee and executions. In Fallout 3 in New Vegas, if you wanted to melee someone, you'd have to switch from the weapon that you were currently using to a melee weapon, and then switch back to the weapon you were using. Now in Fallout 4 they're scrapping this very clunky system, and now you can shoot, melee and throw grenades all without having to switch weapons once. There will be a new keybind that you can hit just to your melee when you're using a pistol, so when you're holding a pistol you could hit someone with the butt of the pistol. When you're using a rifle with a bayonet on it, you can actually stab people with the bayonet on the end of your rifle. And grenades now have their own button as well that you can hit to throw a grenade real quick and then switch right back to the weapon that you're using. This will save a lot of time switching, from switching back and forth between weapons. And whereas in Fallout 3 in New Vegas, if you wanted to do each of those things, you'd have to switch back and from between weapons, numerous times. In Fallout 4, you won't have to swap once. Now, on top of that, they're also introducing Skyrim style melee executions into the game. So this is going to be pretty cool. It's going to give melee combat some flavor. And I mean, we've always had VATS in the Fallout games, and VATS have been, pretty cool. But now apparently we're going to have like our Fallout flesh animations given to melee that are going to be pretty cool, kind of Gears of War Skyrim style, if you get what I mean. So I'm really excited to see how melee is going to be done in Fallout 4, and I can't wait to see what the new executions are going to look like. Perhaps my favourite change that they're making in Fallout 4 from the previous 2 games is the fact that looting no longer pauses the game time, meaning that when you're in a battleground and you go to loot a corpse, the game world will keep persisting. Enemies can sneak up behind you when you're, looting a wardrobe or a desk, and you're sneaking around a bunch of ghouls. Yeah, those ghouls can now sneak up behind you and actually get a sneak attack of their own in on you, which I think is a very cool change of pace for a Fallout game. It's something that I've been wanting for a long time, because too many times in the previous games did I find myself completely distracted from what was happening around me simply because I wanted to loot a desk or a corpus or whatever. So this way it'll keep you in the game a whole lot more. Note that using your Pip-Boy will still pause the game world, it's just that when you're looting it won't. So yeah, I like this feature a lot, can't wait to see how it feels in the game. Taking the number 3 spot, we have Fallout 4's dynamic weather system, radiation storms, and rather than have me explain it to you guys what these are, I think it's best that we hear it from the man himself, Todd Howard, explain it to us what exactly these radiation storms are.
The other thing that really people need to know, we kind of hinted at it in the trailer and the other footage, is that there is different weather. So you'll see a couple shots where it looks more like Fallout 3, where it's kind of blasted. And that, we actually have a part of the world we call the glowing sea, which is where the bomb falls. So we want it to vary as opposed to just being one note. So there's a section of the map where the bomb fell, and that looks more like your classic Fallout 3 Wasteland, but even more so. And then we have a new weather system for this one, so that the storms from the glowing sea, these radiation storms, can flare up and then blow through the world. And when the lightning goes off, you get radiated. But that creates a very post-apocalyptic look. And so having that change while you're playing the game is really important to us. So then there's rain and other things as well.
On screen now is some footage of what I believe to be representative of these radiation storms. I personally can't wait to walk into an area like this after just, having left a vault, to find it all irradiated and completely different from when I, was previously there. I think that this is a very cool feature, and I can't wait to experience a radiation storm dynamically happen when I'm out in the wastes, and I think it's going to be a very exciting and cool moment to experience. And coming in at number 2, we have sprinting. Well, what is there to say? You can sprint now, it uses up action points. Okay, you already knew that. So straight to number 1, we have the revamped critical hit system. In Fallout 3 and New Vegas, critical hits were random. You couldn't control when you actually executed a critical hit. They just randomly happened the more you shot people. They were dependent on your luck, skill, and a couple of other perks in the games. Now in Fallout 4, this system has been trashed out and replaced with a critical hit bar. This bar fills up when taking or dealing damage in combat, and you can actually use this bar when in VATS to decide when you want to actually execute a critical hit. Now this is a pretty cool feature. I'm not sure if I quite like this feature, but nevertheless, I think it's pretty cool being able to hold onto a critical hit for when you need it. So you can either just use this critical hit bar and expend it when you feel like you just want a damage boost, or you can actually hold onto your critical hit bar and use it when you're in a tight situation. Say somebody gets a little bit too close to you, you can actually execute a critical on them and maybe save yourself from a tricky situation. So I'm not sure whether or not I like this feature or not, but nevertheless, I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, that was the end of my list. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 5 things, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day.
Let's go, pal.